Alright, so after I actually happened to disconnect them as soon as I went to try and record this. Technically, I could record them while my internet was down for about a minute or two, but you know, I didn't really know if it would go away in time. I didn't really know if I cared enough or not. But it would have connected in like 2.5 minutes, so not really a significant setback in any way. So we are here for the final episode of Act 9. The third from last, canonical act. Everything else from then on is going to be a bonus with some sort of weird stipulation, such as more team racing, or there'll also be shorter acts as well. After that, they'll be down to 9 instead of 15, so there'll be 3 episode acts rather than 5 from 12 onwards. Because I honestly don't see a reason to stop. This is the only way I can do anything remotely related to Hot Wheels right now. Or really at all, unless I somehow stumble upon some sort of recording device that allows me to record PS2 PS2 and PS1 footage, not so much PS3, because I don't have any Hot Wheels games for that. There aren't really any. They could have probably beat that on the PS3, and I would have been definitely grateful for that if they had. They didn't, though. Because basically now, the only Hot Wheels game I can play right this second would be Turbo Racing because of the PS3. Actually, yeah, I would need something to record PS3 stuff with because I don't have a PS1 itself, I don't have the games for it. This is not the best video to watch while trying to have a, like, carry a topic. And I've ever really wondered about you. You've run off like every single member of the Golden Tetrad, along with a couple of other drivers, but you've never even once thought to maybe hit one of the henchmen that are, like, threatening us. Not very well, mind you, because the main battle's between Burn, Twinmill, and Dusty Angel. And, you know, right now I don't even feel anything for you. This is just karma at this point. Rejection has a chance to make it 2 in a row. But can he make use of it? And will Vert or Metacog strip it away? Who are in, I believe, yeah, 2nd and 3rd, respectively. Yeah, so the only game I can play from here is Hot Wheels Turbo Racing. For Hot Wheels games, that is. I, of course, can play way more than that. But as far as, like, for my Hot Wheels fix, it has to be Turbo Racing. Which isn't bad. I enjoy Turbo Racing, but, you know, it doesn't have the same addictive factors as Velocity X or World Race do. Or does it have any kind of customization to it like it does, like Stunt Track Challenge does. Where I can, like, name the opponents in Stunt Battle or whatnot. Which is something I would probably record. Sure, it'd be me playing all of the characters, and none of them would ever be driving. Basically, none of them other than, you know, the ones in the cars represented would even be driving their actual car. Would just be there, you know? Wow. The Golden Tetrad are not having a great day today. They're all in the back. They're all in last. Oh, there goes Shadow. What happened to you? Given where that happened, I don't think it was just himself. But I never know, really. And straight away, next to Alex. Has to split Tempest, though, and Alex... Wow. That was not at all Shadow's fault, but Alex with what is effectively a double kill there. He gives Tempest a bump. And in recovering, he just spins into Shadow and both of them go around. The heck was that? So yeah, there's Alex, right there. And boop! And they both go sliding, Shadow getting much worse of a Tempest managing to keep his car under control pretty well. And Tempest only really lost the place to Alex. See, if Governor could do that, he'd be way better off, but he just seems to just want to target his own buddies, his own team, more or less. And yes, I do follow him a lot, because I want to see him wreck people. It makes it more interesting, because then we can, then it's a topic of conversation. Burn and Revenge are fighting. I should clarify too, it's actually ironic given the order that they've been picked in so far. The characters that I'm putting the descriptions of in the comments between Vert, Burn, Ryan, and Danny, those are I just randomly chose them. That's like the first character that came to my mind at the time that I didn't already do. Should mention too, I'm not going to be doing... the heck? I will not be doing character descriptions for after Act 12, so I'll be doing 18 profiles. Only reason I may do other ones would be either on other videos, or if like a new character is presented. Also, I do not suppose that you are playing at all on going back to Track Attack. Honestly, about 2 days ago, personally, I would have preferred you didn't, but... the way this plot actually functions, and will function from towards the end of it, I can think of a kind of way that it would actually kind of work. Of course, I haven't actually explained how that would work, and I'm not going to, because I would basically spoil Act 11. Which is, I know it's an awkward finale. Because 10 will close up the thing with Carbon, but 11 hopes to try and segue it into something else. Of everybody, it seems like Burn will actually be the one to get second place. I don't think he has time to challenge Rejection, however. Because that's a 4-second gap that he has to overcome in just over a lap's time. What's happening? I saw the yellow flag in the air. What does that mean? I did not want that. Okay. Nothing unusual happened. Whoa, good braking. Yeah, no, nothing happened. What's the yellow flag there for? Nothing happened. Alright. That's utterly confusing. And also a bit disappointing as well. Because I wanted to see if I wanted somebody to get run off. Not in a sadistic way, I want the videos to be entertaining way. Something I kind of occasionally think about when it comes to this entire series, really. The way we make characters makes it easier to designate different personalities for them, and there's no way that those personalities can be proven wrong. Yeah, that's all great and everything. But with the personalities being designated by you and me, it doesn't exactly leave room for, like, I don't know, it leaves out to the imagination, but at the same time it doesn't leave anything for the imagination at the same time. Because what I'm basically getting at is, you know, take any kind of TV show you've ever watched. Usually, each character has their own separate personality, and you'll pick a favorite that way. But because these characters are basically two-dimensional, rather than three, that's actually the wrong term. Two-dimensional is what most people are. Three-dimensional is nothing, and then one-dimensional means as though you care about yourself. But they don't exist, and they don't present themselves in any kind of relatable sort of way. It's just they're all race car drivers. Some with varying different levels of skill, and it makes it hard. Like, I don't have a favorite character. Not because I don't know what I'm looking for in a character like these, but really, the only characters out of this entire plotline that have presented themselves in any kind of, like, notable way. I think of, like, Gearhead, the Professor, Sparky, Danny, and Vert, because those are the only ones that actually are visually represented. I can't really pick a favorite because I don't really know how they act or interact, for that matter. They're just kind of a general idea of what the character's personality is, you know. Burn, he's an alien who's a little full of himself, a bit hypocritical, and he hates robots. Danny, also very aggressive, kind of a bland personality, bit of a show-off, but he's chaotic good. Really, if I wanted to, I could describe the personality of every character in, like, one paragraph. And there's really nothing we can do about it. I'm not saying we have to change that. I'm just saying, like, I have no bias. I have nobody to root for because, like, the only character that is, like, self-representative is the one you're playing as, so like, if I were to tell you, okay, if you were to ask me what was my favorite Hot Wheels character, I might say Burn, I might say Vert, I might say Alex. Realistically, it'd most likely be actually Gearhead, because I found him funny in Velocity X and whatnot. No one else really even has that kind of humor. But if you asked me why I said Gearhead was my favorite, or if you asked me why I would say, like, a certain character is my least favorite, I would have no idea how to tell you that, because all I know about Gearhead is he's a self-centered robot who's possibly one of the best drivers of all time. I don't really know anything else. And it's not necessarily that I'm not saying we have to change it. There's legitimately no way we can change it. But I guess like the point I'm trying to make here is like I was candidly slightly, and you might have probably noticed, I was slightly biased towards not even myself as the driver. I was more biased towards the Powerpuff Girls when they were in the races. But as of now, like I have no one to really like, you know, pull for. Just like I guess that's good from a commentary standpoint, and that's probably half the reason why why you do it. And there's an easy win for Dusty Angel. Unless the governor lets him off the track. Is the one who could probably win this race started in the middle, which means it's almost a guaranteed second for him. We aren't using the oval, so people like Revenge and Tempest won't have any, like a big bonus here either. But like the reason I was biased towards the Powerpuff Girls, other than because of, you know, nostalgia and picking favorites, was just because like they were, you know, generally enjoyable personalities, and you know their show went on for 7, technically 10 years for a reason. Of course, as I said, that's not the whole story, but it's a pretty big part of it. Well, this will be interesting. The governor has more speed. And because of this, Byrne made us swoop in and take them both with ease. We may have a real race here. Whoa, Dusty. I'll be darned if the governor cannot speed Byrne, so he has to just outdrive him. Which he didn't do. So yeah, it's sort of like one dimension of this that's sort of missing for me, is I don't have a personal favorite to root for, or, you know... Yeah, just root for it, basically, that's what it is. And of course, that's not even the reason why I put myself in. Alright, Dusty. Well, that was better recovery than most people manage. Most people, if they go that far over, they're just toast. Wow, Dusty really wants this second place. Hey, calm down, dude. Your other championship rival is down in 10th, and there's nothing you can really do to stop Byrne from, like, winning this race. He has such a big points gap, though. I don't really know why he's that flustered over it. Like, he's probably got, like, a 20-point lead over Byrne by this point. Leave! Stupid... like... that! It will not leave. This is frustrating. Oh, this is clear. This is interesting. Objection also did a slight bit of exploration. Dusty, very close to just smacking the governor right there. At least it looked like it from that angle. Alex, you're breaking up the wrong tree. Rejection is better cornering, I think. Well, not when it does that. No, he won't. Oh, he flat spots his tires. Oops. After that popped up, that was telling him that he was like flat spotting his tires and sliding them around too much. Tunnel has made his way to 8th. Two more laps of this. So unfortunate, because it seems like a race that would actually last for a battle that could last for a pretty long time if it were given time to do so. Though I also don't know when it would end. I think it would just kind of end whenever the checkered flag flew, and no other point. The fact that Dusty is locking his tires really just proves just how much he just seems to want to get past Governor. Apparently he's sort of blind to the fact that, like, if he cannot pass him, but instead by trying to pass him just messes something else up. He's only dug himself a deeper hole. Because then here comes Alex to capitalize on his tunnel vision, more or less. Dusty will reclaim that spot, but it's like... if he does that any worse next time, that could be him out of 3rd, or even, like, you know, out of 3rd. I don't know where I was going with that. That's exactly what I meant to say. Injection is now just sort of taking advantage of Alex not having the ideal line through the last turn. He'll get that position. These two are still going at it. And that might actually just spell it there. Dusty Angel name finally got what he wanted, and I guess all of that nonsense was eventually worth it. As the governor gets incredibly close to projection. Alex seems to have just sort of submitted to not really getting the desired finish. However, doing that also put him at risk of getting Burt Wheelered. though Vert doesn't have quite the top speed of his car, or really any car up here, and that's why he just wasn't a factor in this in the race battle much. Projection thought about it, but he doesn't have the braking to like put himself there. Dusty a little on edge, but Dusty will claim that second place. Governor losing 2 places all because Dusty just seemed to just like... Apparently Dusty was going to die if he didn't beat the governor or something. I don't know. I really thought Tempest would have a better time here, but then again, that is only on the oval. Or the RX-7s have pulled out something nuts out of nowhere. And that will do it for that race. Get some flames! It is 2 points for the championship here. Whoever wins at Belgium, which is really a track that either one could win on depending on their starting position, will basically determine the winner unless they manage to get like 6th and 7th or something. Fifteen, 12, 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, if they get like 5th and 6th, 6th and 7th, 8th and 9th, or 9th and 10th, or something like that, then yeah, they will tie. But assuming they both get to the front and get in the top 4 positions, whichever one of them finishes ahead of the other will win. God, it will not. This is what I get for eating popcorn. It begins. I didn't even look at the starting grid. Looks like odds are in Burns' favor, so we'll watch Dusty Angel get off the start here. Alex didn't do that very well. And someone else was behind with him. And Dusty will just sort of wait. He'll just run into Vert, like... Oh? Well, Vert probably was panicking a little bit there. He probably didn't see that coming from Dusty. Let's see how the burn started. Yep, and this is about what I expected. Bedlam with the opportunity to perform an upset and get a really good finish today as well in the final round. If Governor doesn't spoil that again, which he's in the prime position to do so, that is for sure. No! I got Bedlam. Good lord, your teammate is psychotic. Things seem to be coming up Burn definitively right now, with him challenging for the race win. And Dusty all the way down in 9th. and stuck in a massive train being led by Bedlam, and the derailing of which being threatened by the governor, probably. As soon as they get to that long straightaway again, and if he's close enough, the governor will probably assault him. I'm watching the governor. Let's watch the governor. No! That's a reference to Act 2 right there. But slightly rephrased to make it not seem like I'm reusing jokes. You see, the power difference can get him past rejection here and now. If it can, that will basically decide the race. Because both these two are basically in the next time zone already. And how long can Bedlam hold on to his place for? Probably, I would estimate, about as long as Governor stays this far away or further from him. Like, your car isn't that heavy, it's not that hard to stop. Oh god, this is rush hour. What is going on? Oh, that's what's going on. Swoopy-Doo is cruising down the freeway. Even the freeways here, you do 100. Sure, it's kilometers, but that's not the point. I see you lost the position to Vert. So it doesn't seem to be getting any better for him. Now Byrne will have his opportunity to not chicken out and potentially pass rejection for the lead and most likely win, but it doesn't seem he'll take it now. He will instead move him for it. That happened. Governor not even close to Bedlam after one lap. Avengers past Swoopy-Doo. Vert probably won't take too long to do so either. I think that's an indication. Dusty has passed both Angels and Alex. Not very easily though, and now it's probably going to be lost because he's stuck behind Swoopy-Doo, who has like a third of his horsepower. Maybe Byrne's thinking he doesn't have to pass him. Maybe he just knows. Oh my god. His license number is 417. Rejections is 418. These are sort of things that only I noticed, and I'm well aware of that fact, but... Byrne will have yet another opportunity to pass him here. He does not take it, instead just reminds him again that he is there. In all of this, it's not hard to notice that Bedlam seems to be getting closer. He isn't, but it seems like it. I actually got a third of a second closer. Vert leaves the train. Nope. Revenge leaves the train ahead, but Vert looking hopeful to change that in due time. By due time, meaning possibly right now. And I think he will do just that. Junio has become a part of the leader group. Now here he goes, Byrne making the move on rejection, possibly. Rejection has better cornering, better stability though. I think Burns better off waiting to see if he can do it into the the final corner of the track. If he is to do it anywhere at all, it would be there. However, by the looks of it, from where he is now, I do not think that Burt is close enough to get to Governor or Bedlam or anybody else, though. I think he might be capping out at 5th place. Dusty will not try and pass Revenge, who apparently got really thrown off by Burt passing him, as even Twin Mill also took that spot. Dusty will follow suit and attempt to pass Twin Mill. Twin Mill, the driver that actually uncovered him from the sand that he was stuck in for several months. Rejection still leading. Can that last for another 3 minutes or so? I can tell Rejection is actually probably one of the AIs that are designed to be slower than usual. Or slower than average. Whereas Burn might be about average. Bedlam, however, is having a hot streak in this race. That's why he's staying with them and tying their lap times, as well as because of the fact that they're doing this. And no one even remotely close to their lap times right now appears to be the Governor. Bedlam stays dead even, which does mean that he will not win. But at the same time, that also means that Governor is like far away. The only way Bedlam wins this is if something ridiculous happens between these two. I just lost like many brain cells from a message I just received at the moment in time. That way it was like a different language, but it wasn't. Because he used the word "the" in there, and that's about the only word I could bloody understand. Okay, Burn, now you need to, now some red flags may be going off in your head. If you want this position, you gotta take it, and you have to take it now. You can't wait any longer, and if you do, Rejection will just win the race. I shouldn't have to explain this to you, but I am, because I can, so I will. Meanwhile, Dusty, Burt, and Twin Mill are just having at it. Revenge is no longer a part of it and is instead under threat from Alex and 16 Angels. 16 Angels is taking a good chunk of damage to his, like, body panels in this race. The next 3 corners basically decide the race. Of course, they're about dead even here. Burn will get closer, but he'll also probably chicken out of trying to pass him here. Because of that, being so close and going through a turn up ahead. Plus, Rejection has better handling overall. And here we are, the final turns, and Burn does nothing. Burn will just rear-end him for the 4th time. And watch as the wind just slips through his alien fingers. So Rejection, the only henchman to take any victories, took wins both here and at Monza, or the modern Monza. Bedlam with the insatiable 3rd place, given what his car is, being more of like an Act 2 or 3 car. Granted, this is like 2.5, so. Maybe even 3.5. Depends on the car, really. Dusty, well, tried. Got to 7th, but that like traffic jam in the back of the field was just too much. And as for the final championship results, I know Byrne has won, yes, by 6 points. Rejection managed to yoink 3rd in points with that victory. Twin Mill gets 4th with 102 points. The Governor 5th with 87. I didn't think that. I figured the Governor would be like 7th or 8th, actually. I figured Alex and Bert would have beaten him, but nope. So Alex is 6th in points, Vert 7th, Metacog 8th, Bedlam 9th. That last race did wonders for that. 10 points, put him ahead of Shadow at least. And the henchmen, minus rejection getting 3rd, were mostly harmless. Shadow did a little bit of a thing, but Absence was useless. Tempest was even more useless. And Revenge was sometimes decent, but usually he was just there. Anyway, so on to the finale. Well, finale sort of course. It even says that there. It's the finale as far as the whole carbon ordeal. And we're back to basically Act 1 cars. I just noticed how close these are together. And yes, it's a 21 episode it's a 21 race semi-finale. Granted, this is back to 15, but we have basically almost every eligible track in the game, the finale being where we started. Red Bull Ring. 2 races there, actually. Your shorter circuit, and then the full circuit. And as for your drivers, we've already seen these 7. Raceman is back in Shelby that he borrowed from Metacog. Racecam finally returns after 8-9 acts of absence. He only appeared in the first act, then that Mustang became useless. XG3. That, of course. Carbon is here. I am present. So fast, finally back on track. And in brawl fashion, Sonic is somehow brought here. How, in either case, he got here, I don't know. Sonic has Vert's car, because Vert is the only person who really made a drastic change in the car. Of those that were even in the original act, the first act here. Similar vehicle concept, but it's slightly different, of course. I don't know which one's the better car. And I know in my head what the best car is, and it will probably be. They should all be mostly, like, viable. The only ones that I would say won't do terribly well, I don't think Race Game has the best car here. Gearhead doesn't really have the greatest, well, SUV here. And I don't know. I know I probably won't do too good myself. But everyone else, I feel like has a legitimate shot to win at least one race. And especially given that there are 21 of them, that really, you know. I'll be surprised if everybody doesn't score at least 1 point over 21 races, because things are going to happen. Weird occurrences will take place, people will wreck each other, there'll be other errors between other drivers, whether they may be self or otherwise, or self-committed or otherwise. And I'm very much looking forward to it if it's as balanced as I feel like it is. And every like 2 episodes of Act 10 probably display a bit of getting revenge. Or getting revenge? It's a question mark for a reason. Because it's just confusing to everybody. And really, it's designed to answer fewer questions. It is not really designed to answer questions as much as it's designed to just create more. More that won't be answered necessarily by me. More that I'm proposing to be answered by you in a track attack redo, but I will not explain why that game specifically yet. Because A, I want to know if you're going to even plan to do it at all. And then B, because that's just kind of spoiling the entire point of it. Hit the wrong button. So that'll do it for Act 9. That was definitely, it almost got back to Act 1 and 2 levels, that's for sure. If not, it definitely got close. We had an actual battle. It went to the last race. Granted, it wasn't a close fight in the last race, but it was there, and it was not already predetermined by, like, round 12, like it was in, say, this one. So yeah, and I don't know if I'll start Act 10 tomorrow? But if I do, or if I don't, regardless if I do or not, there won't be any uploads on Saturday, because I won't be in town then.